All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the NX Show live on twitch.tv/the NX Show and codenamenx.com. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Deering, and alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie V.
Eddie Fresh in the house, yes!
Yeah! And the wise Wisconsinite, Jesse Douglas.
What's up?
You should have made some whoosh noises. And also, I've been thinking about this all night. And by all night, I mean pretty much the last 30 seconds while the theme song was playing. We have the streamer's champion, Ray Apollo.
I like that one. We can keep that. That's good. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Guys, we did it. We have a huge show. Show today. The NX Show, for those who have been sleeping under a rock for the last month or so, or, just decided to hate on us for the last month. The NX Show is the combination of Nintendo Power Block and Arsenal X coming together. And we're taking all of our experience from streaming, podcasting, YouTube, and merging it into one beautiful, beautiful ball package for you to handle. Yeah, that's right. I said it just like that, so you can take it however you want. You can find us live on twitch.tv/the NX Show and codenamenx.com/live every Saturday. Pre-shows around 1, or you can also check us out on Tuesdays on youtube.com/NXProject and on codenamenx.com as a nice edited podcast. You will be able to catch the pre-show and post-show if you stick around on Saturdays. Also, we are taking live Twitch questions. We are taking email questions and everything like that. So let's get into this housekeeping real quick before we jump into the show. We also have some giveaways to catch up on. We said we delayed them, but now we are here to give away 3 games, 3 months of Game Pass, and your choice of the next giveaway. So here we go. If you haven't listened to us before, welcome. We're ready to give you the best podcast ever. You should, if you are subscribed to us through Nintendo Power Block's feed on iTunes or Stitcher, you're already hearing us. If not, you can find us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, CastBox, iHeartRadio, and everywhere else podcasts can be heard. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, youtube.com/NXProject, and on twitch.tv/the NX Show. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NX Show, and you can also follow the NX Project on Facebook and join our Facebook group. Yes, it is a secret right now because there was that scare about 3 weeks ago, and you have to wait 28 days to change it back to a closed group, but don't worry, you'll be able to join that group if you want. Also, we are on Discord. You can go to search for the NX Show on Discord and join our Discord, just created last night. Hopefully everybody joined it that got the invite. Also, thank you everybody for giving us overwhelming likes on Facebook yesterday. Page went live yesterday. We already have almost 80 likes on Facebook, so thank you for that. We have quite a few followers on Twitter and Instagram. Also, thank you for that. And I think that's gonna wrap up this housekeeping. We have a lot to talk about today. We have Marvel's Avengers game. We have Death Stranding news. We have Xbox showing first-party games at E3 this year. Not one,
It's been
not
500 years.
It's like that. It's like that song for the musical Rent, where they're singing about all those minutes. I don't remember how many minutes, but
521,600 minutes.
Yes.
I don't know if that's actually
Ray.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You get the point.
Yeah.
Let's see. Follow us there. We have more content coming here on the NX Show on Twitch and on our YouTube page, including returning shows like Squad Goals, Royale with Cheese, Indie Masterclass, which is our indie show that Ed and I started for Nindy's Nindy Showcase. So we are going to bring back the indie show. Ed's NX Arcade show, which he celebrates arcade classics, which is now easier than ever because of the Contra collection, Castlevania collection, all these cool collections, arcades, insert coin. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for now. I'll figure out this intro process soon.
It's gonna take time, my man. That's
Look,
all
man,
good.
When you intro like 3 different podcasts, and then you give Ed one because you're so confused on which show you're doing, and then you just kind of merge everything into one. You got to start over. You got to start somewhere. So before we get into what we've been playing, let's start with these giveaways. All right, we've got some great giveaways here. So without further ado, our Dead Cells giveaway that we promised, and Celeste that we promised, and Katana Zero that we promised. So our winners for the Dead Cells giveaway from Nintendo Power Block, Trevin West, congratulations, you are the winner of Dead Cells. You'll be getting an email. Since you entered through the Nintendo Power Block email, you'll be getting updated through Nintendo Power Block's email address, along with the new email address, contact@codenamenx.com, that you can now send questions to. So you'll be getting your code through the Nintendo Power Block email address. Now for Celeste. Ashley Davidson is our Celeste winner.
Congrats, that's a good one. Yeah.
Celeste. Plus, just in time for Chapter 9 DLC.
Oh wait, that's actually. Oh no. Okay then. All right, I'm ready.
100 new levels.
100?
Yeah, 100 new levels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot. Actually, I'm not ready for that.
No, nobody's ready for 100 levels. I wasn't ready for the levels that they gave us first.
I haven't
They
even
were
started
so
the game
good.
yet.
They were so. I love Celeste is one. It like jumped to one of my favorite games of all time. Straight up.
Yeah, Celeste is pretty good.
Wow.
It's pretty challenging though. The only level I didn't really care for was like the wind, like when they started introducing the wind mechanics. But
but that's when I was like, oh no, this is when it got really good. That's when it got challenging. That was hard. So,
oh man, Celeste, what a good game! Available on Switch, Xbox One, PC, and PlayStation 4. Let's move on to Katana Zero for Switch, the last of our Nintendo Power Block delayed giveaways. A Nerds Gone Rogue regular, actually. Hendrix Pasternak. Matt loves this guy's name. Every time he writes in a question, Matt's like, that guy has a cool name.
yep, he sounds like a quarterback for the Browns.
Wow.
I don't know.
Hey, man.
Shade.
The Shade, they're going to be good this year, man.
I'm just saying, it sounds like a quarterback name. It just does.
They finalized the coach, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like a while ago.
Okay.
For everybody's information, Ed and I were talking yesterday, and Ed's like 4 months behind on all of his information about games.
Dude,
No,
I was
okay,
so, I was so out of it.
Before we-
I apologized for it like 4 times.
Before we get to the Game Pass winner from the Arsenal X giveaway, Ed messaged me yesterday. He's like, I have an outlandish prediction. I'm like, okay, hit me with it. He's like, I predict that Mario and Sonic Olympic Games is going to come out this year and be set in Tokyo.
Mayu cannot defend myself. Mayu, I didn't.
It's
even
way
know
funnier
that
if you
game-
don't defend yourself.
I didn't know that game got announced because when they showed the Olympics thing, it was they had Mario in it, and at that time, Sega didn't say nothing about it. There was no announcement for it, so I don't even remember this game ever being announced for it to be coming out.
So, hey, Ed, did you know that they're having the Olympics next year in Tokyo?
I know that, but I thought that by the time the Olympics actually happened, that game would be coming out around that. Like they announced it, and that game would be coming out around that time.
So, like, side note, fun fact, it's very short. When I was traveling, I went to the official Olympic Museum in Switzerland, and it was awesome. It was really cool.
Nice.
Nice. Ah, man. I just had to point that out because it was really funny when you messaged me that.
That's hilarious. I have this bold prediction, guys.
No, because like even Sega haven't said anything about it.
Yeah, they have, though.
Sonic and Mario Olympics, Ohio, from Nature in the chat.
No, but it was just like they announced it, and the game is gonna come out when the actual Olympics come out. Because I don't remember them ever announcing that game was actually happening, because they were so focused on Sonic Mania, and Sonic being on mobile in their classics and stuff. and like even the Super Sega Genesis stuff. Like they've been talking about Sonic and all these other stuff that the Mario and the Mario Olympic games, nothing was said about. So that's how I.
Let's be honest with ourselves for a second. If we're talking about Sonic and Sonic games,
it might have been overshadowed.
The first one to come to mind will never be Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
Right. But I'm
the fair shake was given to Sonic Mania, which is incredible, and it should have stayed that way. So this is okay.
But the talks of the Olympics has just been started, has been coming up.
Which I think they're going to talk it up as the actual Olympics get started, which is good.
Yeah, because I think some people are trying to get tickets now for it. So that's why that's why that game came to mind, and I said what that said. That's why I was just like, I didn't know that Sega announced it, because I'm like, this was like what, 3 years ago that then was.
What for the Olympics in Tokyo?
No, for Sega announcing the Olympics game. It wasn't after they announced that it was coming to Tokyo.
I mean, I also don't even know if it was like an official announcement. It was more like, "Hey, this is happening."
It was
right.
It was more of a
bold prediction.
I know.
New Assassin's Creed is going to come out. Wow, water is also wet.
Is water wet? Water makes things wet, but is water already wet?
But because Mario
wet when it's on something,
right? But because they used Mario for the announcement when they showed it for the last thing that it was coming from Tokyo, that Sega the Sonic game just never came to mind. Yeah. So that's why I was just like, they may announce it and announce the release date that when it happens, that the announcement that the game's going to release when the Olympics actually happen.
No.
Well, everyone knows the only thing Sonic anyone cares about is the movie. So.
Wow. Okay.
Big yikes.
Big yikes. Oh boy. Wow. Okay. Let's just. Wow. Let's just get to this Game Pass giveaway. Our Game Pass winner. 3 months of Game Pass for Greg Osterman III. He's been a longtime listener of the Arsenal X podcast, and he is our winner for the 3 months of Game Pass.
Yay!
Now we're gonna announce our June giveaway here. I'm very excited for this because it's something that I think is going to get our community more involved, because I actually eventually want us to do some sort of content or surrounding this game. And if we get our community involved, we're going to make cool content. So June's giveaway, we are giving away Super Mario Maker 2 for the Nintendo Switch. We are going to announce the winner on the live show the day before, or the Saturday before. Wow. You can bribe me directly. Wow. Wow. Just reading this Twitch chat. $60 won't buy you Mario Maker 2 in Ohio. Sales tax is $4.04 on that. I'm gonna need $65.
$65 to do it. I mean, but I'll take the 60, just so you know. I'll make up the difference.
Unless you want to buy it through eBay, and we can charge you $15 for shipping, even though it only costs like $3.
Or you can give me $129, and I can pay for my Amazon free. Oh, wow! Yeah.
But no, I feel you. I would love to play viewer levels. I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. That'd be fun.
Yes, it would. So
they'd let us.
Wow. Anyways, congratulations to the winner of our giveaways. We will be announcing the giveaway for Super Mario Maker 2 the Saturday before Mario Maker comes out, which is I don't know. I think it's like the
28th.
The game comes out on the 28th, so that would be what, the 23rd, I think, is that Saturday, 22nd, one of those days. So check us out there, and we will give you a game, possibly, maybe two. We don't know. Who knows? Anything can happen on the next show. That's our motto. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
This is true.
So, all right, before we get into these large amounts of news, why don't we talk about what we've been playing? Ray, I'm going to start with you because because you're here.
Because I'm here. Oh, thanks.
And I hear from these guys all the time. I want to hear from you.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I've been playing video games. Video games are good for my health.
Not according to the
yikes. Everything in moderation.
I know.
Everything in moderation. Yes. So I have been playing a lot of Dauntless. Did not expect to love that game as much as I do currently. I already bought the season, well, not the Hunt Pass, I think is what they call it. I already bought it. I really am playing it, and I love it. I'm playing that on stream. In my spare time, I've been playing, what's that called? What's it called? It's not important because I can't remember the name of it, LOL.
What system?
It's not Fortnite. I've been playing Void Bastards. Love it. On Xbox Game Pass, if you have it, please play that game. It's fantastic. The art style is amazing. It's
What'd you say, Void Bastards?
Yes, Void Bastards.
Yeah, I downloaded
it.
It's
great. It's basically a first-person shooter roguelike. So think Dead Cells, but in space as a first-person shooter with FTL type layouts. It's awesome.
It's been getting a lot of coverage.
As it should, because it's really well done. I really like it. Meow.
I'm gonna throw a pillow at you, Ken.
I've also been playing Fortnite. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but I've been having fun. I randomly booted that up last night.
Fortnite is fun.
I technically had a blast. Like, I had a lot of fun.
You technically died and got revived a lot from what I was watching yesterday.
I only got revived one time. Thank you very much. All the other times, everybody died. So, thank you. From the chat, you've been playing Fortnite without me. Well, see, last night, had you been at the secret stream, you could have played too, but you weren't at the secret stream. So, there's that. But no, that's really about it. My gaming has been kind of weird, but it's about to ramp up. Because actually, I say weird. I've been on vacation. That's why I haven't been playing it. I was on a 2-week vacation, and I didn't play anything on that vacation. And now I'm back, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to play. So mostly Dauntless. Play that game. It's free. Go download it. And it's cross-play. Actually cross-play. It's still blowing my mind.
I know
I was playing people on Xbox and PS4 on my PC.
That blows my mind too, and that like really makes me hope that next week's Destiny news is like, hey, we are having
cross-play.
We are having account merging, and since we don't,
that would make me so happy,
dude. If I could just get my Titan from PlayStation onto my Xbox, I would be the happiest person in the entire world.
Would be so happy to put my Warlock from PlayStation to Xbox.
You know how happy that would make me? I would give my wife however many kids she wants.
No, Corey, no!
Wow.
That way, in about 10 years, when Destiny 4 comes out, I'll have a whole fire team.
Oh my god!
Wow.
It's the plan.
Depressed you. Wow.
They'll carry me.
Yeah. Yep. I guess they're gonna have to. Big yikes.
Yikes.
Big yikes.
Yikes.
But that's all for me. Who's next?
You know what, Jesse? We're gonna go to you because you always play something interesting.
Well,
and by interesting, I mean Call of Duty.
Well, I actually downloaded and played like a couple, like the beginning of Void Bastards as well, and I'm enjoying it so far too. Like it's kind of got that like Borderlands kind of humor in a way to it, you know, like just complete weird, you know, goofiness that makes it, you know, like already I'm interested and looking forward to playing some more of it. Yeah, I've only really gotten to the point of like where you know, like there's a point where you're supposed to die or whatever in the beginning, and then
yes.
but it's just so weird. Like the beginning part, like you're going through this office and a turret just kind of pops up and it says, hey, you know, like try to avoid being shot, and it's like, so you're ducking behind like like desks trying to, get. It's like, what the heck, man? It's so weird.
We
It's
made a
just-
lot of Matrix references when we went in there because it's basically a bunch of cubicles, like when Morpheus calls
Yeah.
Neo for the first time, but it's a turret like just shooting at you. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just like randomly in the middle of an office, and it's like, what? Like, you can tell they had a lot of fun making this game. Like, it's just complete weird. It's great. So
It looks it looks really cool. Like, I love the art style of this game. I wish it was the only thing about this game that I don't like is that it's a roguelite. I don't know if I don't like roguelikes. The only one that's ever caught me was Dead Cells.
Seriously, if that's the one that's caught you, play this one. Play it.
I mean, I've downloaded it because I really want to try it. I refuse to say I don't like a game until I've at least tried it. Right.
I would like to wager a very small amount of money that you will like this.
A very small amount of money. How about that $4.04 in tax that Mario Maker is going to cost me?
I will wager this bobby pin.
Wow.
I will wager you my 3DS. Just kidding.
Okay, I'll take it, and I'll raise you this AAA battery that I found on my desk.
Wow, you are really budgeting right now.
Wait, chat. No, that's not how this works. Ray will buy you Mario Maker 2 if you hate it. No.
Will you buy me Mario Maker 2 if I hate
Someone's put.
No, so I will have to buy him Mario Maker if you hate it. So he wants you to hate it. No.
But yeah, so like I'm enjoying that so far. I did play, and Ed got to witness the awfulness in that game, but I'm trying to finish Shadow Warriors, the very first one, and the end. I'm like towards the end of the game, and I'm at this part where they basically just keep on spawning characters, and just like, you cannot run, you cannot hide, you cannot anything. There's just like characters charging me that you can only kill by shooting a glowing part on their back, and you've got to make them run into a wall and disorient themselves for a little while so you can walk around them and shoot the glowing part on their back. But the problem is they've got like 8 of these like ghost samurais who can teleport from anywhere on the map, right in front of you, behind you, on the side of you, and you can just be mowing them down with double Uzis, and they just keep slashing at you while you're shooting, and like nothing's happening. And then you've got these dudes casting these big like fire bombs from across the map that are raining down on you, and then you've got these other guys that can shoot this like tether thing at you and pull and like make you so you can't move anywhere, and then they pull you towards you. And the problem is like the game is so glitchy and like so bad in ways that like I would like literally get grabbed by that tether by the guy, but I killed him at one point, but I was still stuck in the tether and unable to move, but it wasn't pulling me towards him because he was dead. But I was still stuck in the tether, unable to move or do anything for a little while. And so like I think I probably played that like just pure chaos part of the game, and I finally beat it after like maybe an hour. And then I go up against the main boss, and then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, out of nowhere, my sword decides to glitch out and be stuck like in the process of swinging it. So my character's just running around like this. I can't attack the guy at all because it just completely glitched out on me. And then so I'm like, okay, well, the way this game works is usually when you beat a big like a area like what I had beaten prior to getting to this main guy, it will save, and then there's a checkpoint. You know, it will, when you restart, it will start at that checkpoint. Well, it decided to make me have to go through that whole entire chaos battle that took me an hour to beat again. And so I said,
see, that's where I would have, that game would have ended right there for me.
Yeah, I did. I literally, I said, F it. I turned it off. I said, I'm done.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said, no more.
No more of that.
Like, what the heck?
I don't know
I'm
why
like,
I don't know why you tortured yourself that long.
Well, the game is actually pretty good up to that point. Like, I mean, there was some parts where like you had like big waves of characters that were a little difficult, but it's nowhere near as bad as that one that I was stuck on. So like I was actually having a lot of fun, because I mean it was an id Software or whatever game, or it's by the people who made I think Doom or something, like, or Wolfenstein.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it's like basically if you imagine Doom, but you're playing as a samurai that has guns, but you've got a sword that's like got, you know, superpowers that, like.
Wait, Rage 2? Is that you?
Wow.
Sounds like a good version of Red Steel.
Yikes! But yep.
So
remember that game?
Yeah. But it's like, actually this game is more though comparable to the Duke Nukem, because it's like it's got that same kind of humor like Duke Nukem, where your character is just saying like off the wall things every once in a while while you're playing or during the cutscenes and stuff. There, and like, of course his name, the guy's name, I think, is Lil Wang or something like that.
Yes, it is.
So it's that kind of humor. So, you know, there's a lot of innuendos and things like that. All those kinds of fun things going on. Like, that part is really what made it interesting, is just the more the Duke Nukem style, like, goofiness and like, you know, all of his little catchphrase things and things he says and stuff like that. But yeah, once I got to the part where I'm at now, I'm so over it. It's just like, it would be fine if things worked properly, but like what makes it difficult is like a lot of the moves for your sword that you have to do combos in order to use. And when you're in the middle of like being attacked by 50 different characters, like sometimes you don't have enough time. You just don't have the time to be able to do those combos properly, because you're trying to, you know, rush them quick because you're being attacked. Because there's a combo you got to do to heal yourself, and sometimes it didn't want to work. I finally figured out what was happening, why it wasn't working all the time. But still, it doesn't matter when you're being attacked by guys who can like teleport right in front of you at all times and attack you from every side, you know, every direction. It doesn't matter if you can figure out the combo, because you don't have any opening to do it at times, you know, in the fight that I was in. So it just was chaos. And then on top of it, with the game glitching out and being stupid, I just was so over it at that point.
It sounds like it's got some jank. Jesse, let me introduce you to a technique that I've learned. If it doesn't bring you joy, you take it like this and you throw it away.
Wow.
Luckily, I didn't pay anything for this game or anything.
That's good.
Like
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah. So I and then I think since the last show, I got a couple of wins on blackout mode. So I think I'm at
to be
12.
carried to my victory. By the way,
I know. I'm still waiting. You know what? I'm still waiting to win as well in Battle Royale. Can't win, Jesse. I can't win. And I'm sorry that I suck at shooting people. That's why I always pick the healer. But that's how it goes. You know?
Yeah,
that's how it goes. That's why I got so excited when Overwatch came out, because I could just be Lucio and skate around and heal people.
The thing is, with those kind of games, like you can't just pick it up occasionally and really expect to, like, that's like those kind of games are something where you've got to dedicate yourself to that game and that game alone for, like, because I mean that's what I did with Blackout. I mean I played I don't know how many hundreds of matches before I actually got my first win. Now, mind you, like when I first was starting out, all I cared about was getting the experience to level up to unlock things. So I wasn't really worried about winning. I was just like, if I can do this and just get a whole bunch of experience. I don't care if I die now. I can, that's just quicker to get to the next, game and get some more experience for whatever. But eventually, once I started trying to actually go for wins, like my problem at first is I would get into the final 3 like quite a bit, but I would be too aggressive, where I would just run out and just start trying to get kills or whatever, and instead of just letting whoever was left kind of fight each other. And then, because a lot of the times the people that win those matches are the people who just sit by and let the last few people battle it out, and then just kind of come in and pick up the pieces at the end. And so, which, I mean, maybe that's a cheap way to do it, but I mean, if it's going to get you a win, it's going to get you a win. So I started just trying to be more smart about it.
The infamous line, a win's a win if it's by inch or mile. God. I will be making a lot of Fast and Furious references because that's how I live my life. A quarter mile at a time.
Fast and Furious.
Mm-hmm.
How about some Tokyo Drift lines? You got some.
That didn't happen.
Oh. It did happen in the canon.
Nope, it didn't happen.
We wouldn't get Hobbs and Shaw if Tokyo Drift didn't happen.
I mean, it didn't happen. It was his own pocket universe.
I'm just saying the quarterback from Friday Night Lights is racing the oldest kid from Home Improvement in the beginning of that movie. It's surefire hit.
Still very weird to me.
Surefire hit, man. Surefire hit.
Tokyo Drift.
I'd rather watch
Fast and Furious 2.
They're driving through those houses. Man, that's a good time.
I'd be pissed, by the way, as an adult, and knowing how much it costs to build a house. I would be mad.
Well, just think about all the cars they destroy for movies, man. Those like super expensive cars.
I mean, they're mostly shells at that point, which I did learn, which made me feel a lot better. But still.
Oh, man.
It's just a shell with a go-kart underneath
it. Oh, man.
But then the last thing I played was I played some Siege. I've been wanting to get back into playing Siege again. So I played that, lost my first match because I just haven't played it in so long. And then I won my second one. And I said, I'm done. I'm done for today. I got to win.
Never touched it. Never got into it.
Oh,
it's even after it got hype again. Never played it.
It's pretty good. It's like one of those games, like Jesse said with Call of Duty, you have to stick with it. And it's just like...
Well, now they added a thing where you can make your own private matches.
Oh, really?
I noticed. Yeah.
Oh.
You can make your own private match now, I believe. So
nice.
Because I was checking. When I was playing it, I noticed that there was a third option to pick for game types in it, and I believe that just means you can literally set it up however you want. Now you don't get like XP or anything towards your character, but it's still a good way to let you kind of practice. Like you can do 1v1, I'm guessing, or whatever you want to do. But I don't know too much about that. I'll have to look into it more. But yeah, Siege was a big, like I was all in on that game the second it came out. Like I was playing the beta and stuff like that, and I was completely hooked because it's just so different for online multiplayer. Just the whole like close quarters, like just the way everything works, like having the cool features with like, you know, like your character having different things and like reinforcing walls, and it was just so different and just so unique that. And I love first-person shooters, so for me, like anytime I can get something that's like different from everything else, I'm all about it. So I still love that game. It's just unique and awesome the way they kind of set that stuff up. But yeah, so that's for me. I think that's pretty much it. I want to say I think I did play. Bought something on Switch. Why can't I think of what it is now? There was a couple of games that were like 49 cents or something like that, I think, that I bought. I got the one I think that you had got, Corey, the one where you got to bounce that ball back and forth. And
Ding Dong XL.
Yeah, I got that.
Why do you keep talking about this Ding Dong game? I'm so confused.
It's addicting. It's so addicting.
Oh, addicting, right? Okay, Ding Dong. Gotcha. Yep.
Have you played it?
No, because what? Oh, no.
It's like
Ding Dong XL.
It's like Pong and Frogger in one.
Ah. With Ding Dongs.
Yeah.
He just goes,
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah,
Ed looks sad. Ed looks like he just doesn't know why he's here.
I'll go download Ding Dong XL just for you.
You should. It's 99 cents. Oh man, is that all you've been playing, Jesse?
Yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Ed, Ding Dong XL, yeah.
Ed, we're gonna move to you. What are you playing? Anything interesting?
So, playing Rage 2. The car mechanics, once again, is questionable content.
I mean, it's not Ding Dong XL.
Avalanche cannot make no good physics with driving. I'm hating this driving in this game. They need a better GPS. The repetitiveness is kind of setting in, so now I know why it's kind of got 6s and 7s and stuff. It's not a bad game. Once again, the shooting is fun, but they could have did so much more with this. But it's still good.
And I'm sorry, Ed, you talk about Rage 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time.
Kids are home.
I mean, like I said, it's not a bad game. I think probably wait for a sale for it. It's just like it's just the repetitive is just set in. It's just like I wish stuff was closer in a sense to go to do the missions and everything. But
I kind of heard the open world stuff is kind of wasted, and it should have been more of like the combat is super fun when you get to places, but it's just like getting to those places, and the open world's kind of empty. But when you get there, like the combat is fun.
It's the exact same thing as the Mad Max game. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I think this probably started out as a Mad Max game, and then they were like,
"Well, no, see, it's the same company that made the Mad Max."
Yeah, I know. That's I'm thinking it was like probably started out as a sequel to Mad Max, and then it was just kind of.
Sadly, Rage 2 is better than Mad Max.
Much better. Much better.
Mad Max, that's a situation that
it was a game. It existed.
Something alright. Playing more of Monster Hunter World. Really enjoying that. That's part of my backlog bash for July. I can't wait to get back to that and take down some monsters. Like, I'm really having fun, really learning the mechanics, talking to people online. I haven't got a crew yet to help me with it, with everything. But
what console you on?
I'm doing it on Xbox One. I have it on PS4 too, but I'm doing it on.
Well, you have Ray. You have
I
Game
know.
Pass.
Yeah, I was like, I will actually consider re-downloading it on Xbox to play with you because I have hundreds of hours on PS4, but I love this game that much that I would play it again.
If only there was a way to, combine accounts for,
I am all about that one box life going forward. I want all the companies to work together and make one box. But that's just me. Sorry, but yeah, Ed, I would love to play that with you.
That would be a fun game to play as a group if we get like a chance. Because I have it. I was just kind of waiting to start it, like, because it's definitely not a game that I probably want to play by myself. So
it feels good.
I'm not gonna have any idea what I'm doing.
It feels good when you're taking them down, and because I had to learn too. Like, this is a game that if you put time in and learn it, and you're going to die, you're going to lose some battles, but it's always fun to get back up and give it another go, knowing that you're doing damage to this monster and taking them down and stuff. Like I dive back into it, just like, I'm going to take down Angela. I'm going to take down this rock monster, and it feels good. Like all the work that you put in, grinding and doing 30-minute fights and stuff. Like, it feels good to do that. So that's what I'm doing on those two games I'm doing on Xbox. I did play a Neo Geo game. I think it's called Twin Sister. I played it. I've never played this on one of their the archive games. I never played it, but I had brought it past for Neo Geo, and that'll be on the retro show when I get to recording it. It's okay. I'm just like, this is a weird Neo Geo game. Like, they stole like a Mischief Makers idea, and then decided to design it for the Atari 2600 or the Atari Jaguar, and did a terrible job at it. I'm like, this is backwards. So, I have nothing on PS4, but I am about to start Neo back up.
Neo.
The next 3 days.
Neo. I would like to play that game at some point, but
that's the only Souls-like game I really couldn't get into. If that makes sense.
Actually, I prefer Neo over the Souls game, like Bloodborne stuff. I think because
I would say my favorite is probably Dark Souls 2, then
Sekiro. You are the backwards man.
I am the backwards man. And then probably Dark Souls 2, Sekiro, then Bloodborne.
I think I like Neo better is because it's faster. It feels more. I have always stated that when it comes to action style games or even Soul games, I like the action style combat better. Anything that plays like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta or anything Ninja Theory kind of makes. I like that style of play. I don't like attacking and having to wait back. Monster Hunter is different in a sense than the Souls game. I don't know, something about the Souls games just feels slow. But I like Sekiro. Sekiro is really fun. I got to jump into that and get through that. I enjoy Sekiro. But for Switch, I picked up Gato Roboto, this Metroid game where you control a cat who gets a mech suit and you go.
A cat who gets a mech suit? What?
Yeah. This is Devolver Digital. They called it a Metroidvania game, and it's not. It's pure Metroid, because the thing about this, with Metroidvania, you have the gang levels, like almost in an RPG grinding set, and you don't really get that sense in here. You kind of have to find energy tanks for this one to really get your energy. When you fight enemies, you do not get no energy refills. The only time you refill back up is when you get to a save, and that's it. So when you're fighting an enemy, 2 ways that you could die. If you jump out your suit and you're the cat trying to get through something, if they hit you, it's instant death. One hit kill, that's it. You start back to the same. If you got your suit, once all your energy goes, you die, and you have to go back and do that whole section or whatever.
You don't get 9 hit points.
You don't get none of that.
I see what you did there. Very clever man.
That's why you keep him around.
You have to earn your life. You have to earn your energy by going to the save points, and to last longer, you gotta find the health kit in order to extend your life. So it's a really short game. I think it's probably about 3 to 4 hours, depending on how fast you get through it, how good you are learning the boss combos. Because right now I'm fighting a whole bunch of mice. Every time I get to a certain area, I have to fight a mice, mouse or something. And it's very weird because you crash land into this world, so it's setting up very like Super Metroid, and the person who was controlling the ship can't get out, but the cat got free. So the cat now is being communicated by his human master, and he's able to see everything, but he can't do anything. So he's just giving out like voice commands and stuff through text. And it's in black and white. It's a really fun game. I think I pre-ordered it like for $14.99. So it's a really cool game. Still playing Phoenix Wright, getting done with that. Played a little bit of Hob. Oniken I am getting more into. It's like a 16-bit platformer. Really fun doing that. There is the Castlevania collection. I'm enjoying. Gotta start Castlevania's Simon's Quest because I love Simon's Quest. I beat it, but I didn't get everything, so I'm gonna try to beat it all the way by getting everything, like playing it the correct way. And still, once again, love that music. But pretty much that's all I've been playing.
That's all he's been playing, guys.
I jump around a lot. Like I said, I haven't really did anything on PS4, but I'm about to start like Neo. And then I was looking at my Killzone Shadowfall. I might pop out that also in, because that was kind of like
just play Halo.
Yeah, just play Halo.
The thing about Halo,
or you know, this other cool shooter called Destiny, because I need friends.
I'm
right here.
I know.
Free. I was right here yesterday with you.
I know. I just created my Titan yesterday. I told you I wanted to wait for everybody's because like I need my Titan carried through the campaigns. Because I don't want to waste my spark on my Titan. I want to waste it on my hunter. look at Ray. He's just like pass.
Well, whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
Ray's like pass. Pass.
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of
maybe I'll just waste my spark on my Titan because who really plays as a hunter? Let's be honest.
I think I'm ready. Yeah.
How dare you?
Wow.
You invite me here and then you insult me?
I think I'm gonna take Anthem and the Division 2 off because I finished them and I haven't played them. I don't think
Anthem. Sorry. I laugh out loud like that.
The thing about this, out of all of us, I'm the only one that beat Anthem.
That's okay. Somebody had to. You had to be one of like a dozen.
Well, yeah, but it was just weird that I beat Anthem first.
Anthem was a bad time, so yeah, it's fine.
But like I said, I think it should have came. It still needed a year of development.
Yeah, it definitely did. Yep. I think I'm still salty about Anthem because they got me so excited at that E3. So excited for it to come out and be what it was. Oh, the disappointment.
For them to do that beta and then put the game out that
way. Mm-hmm.
You have not learned from Fallout 76.
It was Destiny 1, but worse.
Oh, it was worse than Destiny.
That's what I'm saying. It was Destiny 1, but worse. Far worse. Exactly. They didn't learn from Fallout 76 either. You had all these examples.
How bad was Destiny 1?
Oh, it was bad.
It was pretty bad.
You played the beta and then you got the full game and you're like, oh no, this is just the beta. Where's the rest of the game?
I probably played Destiny 1 about as much as I played Anthem. So I played it for like a week or two, and then I never touched it again to this day.
I mean, I'll be real with you. The Anthem was the first game that I legitimately had actual issues getting into. I had technical issues with the game.
Yeah,
there was a huge period. There were days where I couldn't actually get logged into the game, which made my experience that much worse.
The official game or the beta?
No, the official game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the problems I had trying to get into the beta, I had trying to get into the actual game. It was terrible.
I only had two problems. It kicked me out once. I don't know, the server crashed or whatever. And another time, I actually had to reset the whole game because part of a mission wasn't loading. It froze, and I was just like, "What the heck happened?" And I was almost close at the end of the game, so I was just like, "I'll redo this tomorrow," and did it, and yeah, so.
Yeah, I'm pretty much waiting for everything, all the content to get added. Kind of like I'm done with Destiny 2. Like here now, a whole bunch of the expansions came out, and now I'm finally ready to kind of play that game. But I was like you, Ray. I was like pretty bummed out at the way everything turned out, because this is like the one game that I was most looking forward to.
But
Like
I bought an Xbox One X for that game. I did. I legit.
But
And
I stuck with Anthem.
I'm not salty about it. I'm not salty at all. I'm not. No, I am. I'm real mad.
No, you know what? I didn't have the problems that everybody else had the problems with. I think it's one thing that I'm really proud of BioWare for learning the DICE engine. And I think a lot of people don't take that into account from what happened with Mass Effect Andromeda. Like, I kind of felt like they were throwing something. They were thrown for the Frostbite engine, and they just had to learn it on themselves. And it looks like with Anthem,
It's
Andromeda is much better than Anthem.
I would almost agree with that. Although I didn't play much of
100%
either
enjoyed
game.
my time more. I played so much more Andromeda than I did Anthem, and it's not that just I just played it longer. I actually had more fun with Andromeda than I did with Anthem. I just did.
I think Andromeda has some. I think that's why it has good Anthem, and Andromeda has good shooting because of Andromeda. Like they
got to
gameplay-wise,
learn it. Yeah, they got to learn it. Right.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
And I think what happened with Anthem is that they weren't able to expand on it and really spend some time with it, because it's one of those. And this is the problem that I talked to Corey about, even with the first Destiny, is that it's too repetitive. And when you don't change up your missions or anything, or even change up the gameplay, it feels dull. And I think that's sometimes with the games with service stuff, when things start happening and it feels dull, people are not going to be interested in it. Because I like Destiny 1 a little bit, but I loved them more when I had the melee weapon and I was going everywhere killing them, because it was something different in the game than just the shoot.
I'm excited to talk about what you just brought up there about variety in the games as a service when we talk about that Avengers story coming up in a bit.
Yeah.
I'm excited, but I have some concerns.
But I hand it over to you, Corey.
All right. Before I get started, first of all, does somebody have a fan on? I don't want
is it?
Probably me.
I think it's odd because I noticed.
I meant to bring it up earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. But also, there's a fan on.
I'm a big fan.
I had the fan like way past me. I think
I still kind of hear it. That's all right.
No,
Yeah.
my window is open. I'll close that too. Go ahead, Corey.
It just still sounds. It sounds almost worse. No, not now. Okay. For me, I'll keep it short since we have a lot of news to go into, and nothing I am going to talk about is really that interesting at all. I played a little bit of Destiny last night, and I shot some stuff and trying to upgrade my Warlock, and because I didn't feel like starting my Titan last night, and now you guys have me contemplating whether or not I want to start over with my Titan, so I'll just pop that spark and move on with my life.
Just spend the money, Corey, and
I still have the free.
buy another one.
I still have the free one.
Just buy another one. Just do it. Just do it.
I still have the.
And we're about to get, because from what I've read, you're gonna want to just get up to level and then play the game. Yeah. That's it. Like, get up to the current cap if you can, and just play the game.
I know,
because it's like they're pushing the cap from 700 to 750. I think.
I know. I know. I've played a lot of Destiny on PlayStation, but none of my friends play Destiny on PlayStation. And now that I am amassing a huge crew of Destiny friends on Xbox, I need to level up my characters. That's pretty much it.
Join us. Join us.
My Warlock is at 550 right now, and I started doing what I started doing last night was the the Gambit quest, or the not the Gambit quest, but the bounty that levels you up to 650.
Yeah, the Power Quest.
Yeah. And then the last night I read that the Season of Opulence is giving you another one for 690.
Multiple. Yeah.
So my goal is like, okay, well, I'm not gonna run a hunter. Like I don't like the hunter that much at all.
It's fine. I'm a hunter. It's okay.
Unless we were to like really find a group and start raiding and do cool stuff like that, like
I have a group.
Like, you know, maybe I would run a third character, but right now Titan and Warlock are like the only ones I'll run.
I think that's fine. I mean, believe it or not, there's a lot more hunters than are necessary. So yes, a Warlock or a Titan would be awesome.
Yeah. So like I started doing that quest last night. Man, every time I jump back into Destiny, I'm like, man, this game feels so good to play, just shooting stuff.
Because it's very good. Like it's Bungie. They know what they're doing.
I know, and it just makes me want to like live in Destiny again.
To be clear,
I don't want to live. I don't want to live there.
Too,
yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody's really playing Destiny 1 anymore. I mean, there's a few.
If they are,
there's a few. Well, there's a few people that play on the weekends for competitive stuff, but you know, I'm not. As you know, as the resident PvP guy here, I don't want to make anybody look silly, so I'm playing Destiny 2.
Oh.
Just kidding. I'm sitting.
Oh.
No. So I've been playing Destiny 2. I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet tonight and just upgrade my Titan then, because like
just do it. So you'll have more fun that way. I think.
I know, but some like I feel like it like locks you out of stuff though. Besides the campaigns.
I mean, very little actually. Very little.
Like I try to do some stuff on Mercury with a character that I use that token on and on my PlayStation account, and it like locked me out of certain stuff on Mercury, and I'm like, Mercury's
actually kind of whack anyway. So
I know. So
don't. My personal opinion is don't worry about it, because the stuff that they're giving us is far more interesting.
So.
Yeah, that's my problem. Is I haven't played like any of the new
Jesse has
content. So like I'm like my highest character is like I think maybe just barely over the very first cap.
Yeah. So in your case, I mean, unless you really cared about the content, yeah, you would be missing a lot.
Yeah,
because they're jumping you pretty far forward.
You miss all those sweet runs through the Infinite Forest.
I mean, let's be real though. The freaking what's it called? The Osiris one is the worst one.
Yeah. Osiris is pretty bad. The only cool thing about that is the boss fight at the end. I think the boss fight is,
which I think you get in strikes, so it's fine.
It's definitely.
I haven't even started Forsaken yet. I think I'm on the second DLC before I could get to Forsaken, because it's like a big power jump.
Kinda. Maybe.
I mean, I thought it was enough that if you hadn't been playing for a long time, it was a little bit of a slog.
Yeah. So, I've been trying to level up my Warlock just to have something to play the end game content with. But yeah, I mean, if we decide to play tonight, I don't know yet. Maybe, whatever.
I mean, I would be definitely down to play some Destiny tonight since you brought it up.
Ooh, you just
I'd be up for it too. That's my problem. Is
all the stuff is on sale, by the way, right now.
I didn't want to play it by myself. I wanted to play with other people, and we haven't gotten much time to play it with other people, so therefore I haven't played it in forever.
Yeah.
So, but
I've never played.
Yeah, I mean, I can I'll do whatever to get one of my characters up a higher level, but because I can always start a new character if I really want to play the content. I can just play it with a different character.
Yeah, I mean,
because I use the Warlock mostly. That's the only one I really care about right now. So
great, Warlock Titan Hunter, got it. And Ed.
Yep.
The Ed class.
Ed, what do you use? Did you use the Titan too, or were you a Warlock?
I think Ed was a hunter.
I was a Warlock. I'm doing Titan. I think I'm doing Hunter on Xbox. I'm doing my second character now.
Oh, okay.
But I could pretty much do probably whatever you guys need, because I could get back into Destiny 2 on Xbox.
Well, isn't it good to have 2 warlocks?
No,
It depends. I mean, in most times,
it depends on like, because some people run 2 of the same class just to gear grind, but I think they kind of eliminated a lot of that stress from Destiny 2 anyway.
I was thinking more like the healing and stuff, that kinds of stuff for like the teammates.
Like the rifts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have like one of each, really, if in a fire team, or like for raids and stuff. Like if you really get into it, like there's specific gear that really helps in raids. Like man, it's been so long since I raided.
Those new Hunter blades do a ton of damage. The Kamehameha from the Warlock also does a ton of damage. I mean, the hammer is always going to be crazy, but the shield is really nice. So I don't know. It depends on the team that you're running with, because I mean you can do it with just about anything.
Yeah. So that's why I like to run Hunter and Warlock too, is because like I like to have, if somebody needs something, and like a lot of people don't really care to run Titan, it seems like, at least when I was raiding regularly, it didn't seem that way, and I was running 2 Titans and a Warlock for a long time. And
I just want to do all.
It just because like 3. it just because nobody was running a Titan. So, but just to get back into it, I've been playing Destiny 2, and then I played some new Super Mario Brothers U last night just to have something relaxing to play, and Tetris. And honestly, most of the last 2 or 3 weeks have been prepping for this. So, I've been trying to get streaming up on a Mac, which is incredibly annoying and difficult. And I've been trying to find the right ways to stream desktop audio, because that's really difficult as well. So,
you got this.
I mean, yeah, I think something's happening on twitch.tv/the NX show right now. Something. So, but that's kind of all I've been playing. We're gonna get into some of these news bits. We might cut some of them out just because we've been running kind of long, and then we'll get into questions. I'm gonna try to prioritize here, but the one I think a lot of people are surprised about, Death Stranding gets a release date, and it's this year. This comes from this story in particular comes from IGN. A new Death Stranding trailer has revealed that the game's release date is November 8th, 2019. Yes, that's this year, and it's finally happening. The game is also up for pre-order, and there are 4 different versions of the game that can be purchased. The Standard Edition, the Special Edition, the Digital Deluxe Edition, and, of course, the Collector's Edition. The Standard Edition is $60, and it goes all the way up to $200 for the Collector's Edition with a life-size Bridge Baby, pod statue, Bridge's cargo case, and a Luden's keychain. So, Hideo Kojima's shortest developed game ever, it seems like.
That game ain't coming out this year.
No, it is. There's no way this game's coming out this year.
I expect a delay. 100% expect a delay.
Dude,
that ain't coming out this year.
I mean, from the time they announced Kojima, like the Kojima drama, going into new Kojima Productions with, PlayStation announcing that they're signing Kojima Productions, them finding an engine, because remember those first 2 trailers they cut, they hadn't even had a game engine yet.
Exactly.
Right.
It's by the time this game comes out, it'll be a little bit over 2 years, or well, maybe almost 3 years, but about 2.5 years since they announced they had an engine. So, and don't get me wrong, Horizon engine, fantastic engine. I love Horizon.
Yep, same. But that game ain't coming out this year.
No. Well, this is the thing about Death Stranding, is that Sony has so much faith in Kojima.
I mean, we all do.
One of those. I mean, it's one of those. You could do anything. Here's money. Take the time, develop it, because we know that it's going to not only sell more games, but it's going to sell more systems of this before the end of the before PlayStation 5 comes. And I just think right now, I don't know who's interested in it because people still want the story and the context of what this game is going to be about. Some people are even confused about what the trailer is now, even though they broke it down. I just don't see. To me personally, I rather have Ghost of Tsushima instead of Death Stranding.
I can understand that because it's Kojima likes to tell his weird, intricate stories that give a plot without actually giving the plot, that are weird references to real life and real life situations, but in a way that he wants to spin it. And then at the end, it was all the Patriots.
Right. His games are visual. They're not gameplay worthy. In a sense.
I told somebody the other day and they laughed, and I was like, no, this is going to I hope that they clock it. It will have more cinematic cutscenes than any other game.
I'll give The Last of Us 2 a run for their money for that.
I don't know. I think that Last of Us 2 has really good gameplay that they want to focus on, but I think that this game will have a ton of cutscenes.
I feel like The Last of Us 2 is going to have a lot of cutscenes.
I mean, I feel like I respect Kojima and his work and what he's done, but like I've never been able to get into a Kojima game. I've never.
So we're about to sit down and we're gonna play through some Metal Gear together. Me and you.
I know.
But it's not even Metal Gear. Like if you go back and you play Snatch, or you get a chance to see how Kojima used to do somewhat adventure and story games and stuff. Kojima is good at doing stuff like that and telling those kind of stories. Because Metal Gear made him more recognizable and more Metal Gear Solid has made him more recognizable and more famous. People feel like that's his template of designing games and of the stories that he want to tell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. It's still not coming out this year.
I think
definitely not coming out this year.
Sony's going to put it out this year.
I doubt it.
They don't have nothing. They don't have nothing for the rest of the year.
They don't need it.
They never. I mean, to be fair, they never have anything in the fall anyway.
They don't need it.
I mean, they had Spider-Man last year.
Well, that's well, you got me there.
Fair.
You got me there. You got me there. I'm sorry, Ed. Got me there. Sorry, continue. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted.
No, you just want to have something big, where the other two systems and even PC or Epic Games Store would have something big. You know, Pokemon leading the Switch or Animal Crossing, if you want to look at that. Gears and Halo leading for Xbox. If you still want to have a good Christmas season and stuff, while not relying on third party, I'm just talking about first party only. Sony needs something after the release of Death Stranding. Not Death Stranding. I mean, after Days Gone. You need something. You need another stronger game to release. I don't know if anything of PSVR could do it just yet.
I mean,
Sony's going to need something first party wise that's going to be strong enough for them.
I think Sony is so far looking ahead to the next gen, plus like the spring games and their next like summer games. Like, yeah, Death Stranding. Let's say it comes out in November, right? We'll just put a pin in that idea. Like, let's just say it comes out in November, and you know. The rumor is Last of Us comes out in Q1, probably Q2. It's probably going to come out in the window that God of War came out, or maybe,
I think so.
Yeah, and then you have something like I don't know, Ghost of Tsushima come out around the time that Spider-Man came out, and then that's your lineup for the rest of the PlayStation 4's life cycle before PS5 comes out, right? I mean, I think Sony's first party can carry them that far without needing anything, especially with like the dreams stuff, and then I don't know, I just don't think Sony's ramping up for PlayStation 5 to me, and that's what's happening, and they want to get these games out and they want to market them, and that side is already like
they want that dual citizenship on those consoles is what they want.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think the PlayStation's gonna be coming out for a little while. I honestly think that the Xbox is gonna come out early. It's gonna be like the 360 all over again. The Xbox will come out, and then almost a year later, the PS5 will.
Well, I could see Sony doing Death Stranding, that one art game with the little boy getting bullied. He's making monsters. It was in the state of play. I can't think of it.
Concrete Genie.
Concrete Genie and the Predator game. Those gonna be, to me personally, and Medieval. Those are probably gonna be the leading for fall and winter games.
Oof. Medieval.
And you already look at what Nintendo's doing with their lineup, and you already look at what Microsoft is doing. It's kind of like you kind of want to end the game. I think they want to end the year with Death Stranding being their top priority to lead this generation, because Death Stranding could come out and people could claim it as game of the year if they want to, but for me personally, it does nothing for me. I'm waiting for Ghosts.
I think the thing is, though, with like kind of like Corey had mentioned, Dreams, like honestly, like because of what Dreams is, and you know, like congratulations to them, they were able to do what unfortunately Microsoft wasn't with Project Spark. Like, you know, which is really a bummer. It's kind of a whole nother topic, because I think that could have been such a fun thing that if it would have took off the way that Dreams is. But like with the what Dreams is, they honestly, they wouldn't really need anything for the rest, because I mean that game is making games. Like there's so many things that you can do on there and just go and play, and like you could literally like just only need that game and be able to play all different kinds of genres of games with that one game. Like I
mean that in that way though, like a lot of people said that about Little Big Planet also, and Sony still had great first party games come out. And
I'm just saying like that, like
I understand what you're saying.
That's just something that like makes like that game is going to be so long lived that like they don't. I mean, they're obviously going to still come out with first party games, but there's you know, they've got enough stuff right now that people can put time into, and it will be ever changing. You know, so it's like they don't have to worry about it as much. You know, but yeah, I definitely think they will come out with other stuff. Is like I said, I honestly think that they still are going to be working on stuff for the PS4, and so like, you know, next year I think we're still going to get more stuff for the 4.
I mean, they're in that, we're in this weird spot with generations anyway, where like, you know, with the digital distribution push and all the consoles kind of using the same type of architecture and everything, like the next Xbox and the next PlayStation are just going to be more powerful versions, right? I'm assuming, like most likely, you know, and like backwards compatibility.
What's beyond that at this point? You know what I'm saying? It's like
I just mean like, you know, they're going to have the same type of architecture, so why wouldn't they run PlayStation 4 games natively on a PlayStation 5 with like, you know, oh, maybe like you'll get some upgrades the way that PS4 Pro did for PlayStation 4 games, right? Like that's what I'm saying. I don't know if there's going to be like that clear line. Like if you buy Death Stranding on PlayStation 4 digitally, right? And you get your PlayStation 5, you load it up, and you download all your PlayStation 4 games. Like, Death Stranding is just going to be in your library, similar to like when you look at your Xbox One games, like in your games and apps and stuff, and it just shows all like, oh, here's all my 360 games mixed in with my Xbox One games, and you know, it's just this generation is going to be weird because there's not going to be that clear cutoff point anymore. Where like, okay, this is clearly the jump from PS2 to PS3. This is clearly the jump from GameCube to Wii, right? Like, I don't know. How do we get on this topic?
It's an interesting topic to have for next time.
Yeah.
Let's table this discussion and we'll have it for next time.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be more like the new 3D or new 2DS and all that kind of stuff, where it's just it's a power upgrade, and it's just not going to be as big of a deal, like in some ways. But
yeah.
What else you got, Corey?
All right, our next story. Somebody still has a fan on. No, the next story here is Square Enix's Marvel game is called Marvel's Avengers, and it will be at E3 2019. So the Square Enix Marvel game, previously known as the Avengers Project, has been confirmed for E3 2019 and will be called Marvel's Avengers. We don't have a Marvel's Avengers release date, pre-order info, or any major gameplay details yet, but we do know that we can expect a full reveal of the long-awaited Marvel game. After this article was written, though, there was some what was it, like a leak or a rumored something that it's going to have continuous single player and some multiplayer, which a lot of people are kind of thinking it's going to be almost like a Marvel Destiny style game, which Ray, I know you had some thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, games as a service it's the new hotness, and when it's done well, it's awesome. And we've had a lot of examples of what not to do, a lot of examples of what to do.
Yes, it is true.
And with a property like the Avengers, I will hope that it's not lazy like EA has been with Star Wars, because there's a chance it could just be like, oh yeah, give them this, and they let them customize their outfits for whatever hero they're playing with, and give them a bunch of missions that they can repeat and grind. So Captain America has to do this mission 4 times to get a new shield. Let's not do that, okay? This is what I'm worried about, but I think it also could be very fun, because from the way they are. From what this information could be old, by the way, is what I also found out. This could be old information that's just kind of a placeholder. That this is a game that they want to update and have you play for a while. Meaning it could just be the base game, and it's the Avengers universe, and they build off of it with expansions, and that's it. Which would also be kind of cool, I think. But still, once again, games as a service, I'm worried. Because that means there's a lot of stuff that can be locked behind paywalls and behind DLC, and a lot of content that we won't get.
Want to play as Iron Man? Give me $10.
Exactly, basically. I'm kind of worried about that.
I will say this. I'm going to
not
wait
to do
for
Anthem, anything but Anthem. Yep.
I'm going to wait for it till I see actual gameplay, because
which I think we will. We will.
I really hope so, because the thing about it is that, like, before we even started the show, me and Ray was talking about Ultimate Alliance 3, and not to go back to the discussion. I feel like I'm more sold on Ultimate Alliance 3 than Marvel Avengers, and hopefully whatever Square Enix decides to show me, that they sell me on it, because I feel like I'll have my Marvel feel just with Ultimate Alliance 3, and then when I'm done with that, probably upgrades and everything. By the time I think Marvel Avengers come out, if I'm ready for that game, I could go and get it.
So, and I kind of feel like you, and correct me if I'm wrong, you feel that way because you've actually seen Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3. You've actually seen that game. Like, we know what that game's going to look like. We know what it's going to be. We've read about it in depth in Game Informer. Like, we know what the game's going to be. We know what to expect. With this Marvel game, this Square Enix game, we have literally no idea what it could be. This game could be bad. But we won't find out until next week.
And I don't want them to give it a blip and then spend more time on Final Fantasy 7, because then people are going to still be asking questions.
Exactly.
Why did this game get right? Why does this game only get this kind of look? Like, don't quiet man this game.
Oh no!
Say, like,
he said the words.
Final Fantasy
he said
Online.
The words.
Final Fantasy Online.
Right. Like, now they need to announce the Final Fantasy 14 for Switch, because DC. Can I say? Oh, sorry, everybody. Yes, Switch is winning with Marvel Ultimate Alliance and DC Online coming to that system. So if Final Fantasy 14 could come to Switch, I think I might get a subscription to play it there. Like, Switch is turning almost into a PC console in a sense.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but I don't see what you're saying.
Kind of like kind of like with like Civilization 6 and some of the board games. It's like, okay.
I mean, Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale are all coming to Switch too. So.
And which is surprising. They put off of all 3 pictures. They got Switch in the first one. By
the way, if don't buy Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures on Switch, please. Yes. I tried. It is bad. Ed, how slow was that game running last night?
oh, she's just like, oh, it's only 10 frames per second. I'm like, wait, to load the Atari screen? What?
No, the Atari load screen was clearly running at 60 frames. But but back to this Marvel game, like I think like the games as a service thing is like I kind of hope that's old information. Because like I just want a fun Avengers game to play through, you know. Like Spider-Man was a great, like Spider-Man was a great detour from all the games. Is like, oh, we got expansions coming in the fall. We got, pay us money, we'll give you cool outfits or dances or whatever. And I'm just like, look, I played like this. I haven't finished it yet, to be honest with you, but I played like 10 hours of it. It's a nice change of pace from what I'm used to playing. Like, you know, I just hope that this game kind of turned back into that instead of, you know, we're getting the RPG game in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Why can we just have like okay, I'm going to play as Captain America in this level
action game? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
Well,
what were you saying, Jesse?
I was just gonna say, well, the thing is like with Spider-Man is it worked so well and it did so well, and it's like it's frustrating when they don't look at what's working, you know, with the community and try to, you know, because if they were to try to capture what worked with Spider-Man but do it with these characters, like how could it not do well? I mean, like just look at what's there.
Plus, like,
and you know, like
I hope they just make it Hawkeye Tomb Raider.
So what
pretty much. And Jesse, that's what I was going to say. I'm just like, they could study the new Tomb Raider games.
I can see that. With in regards to Spider-Man, it's like, yeah, take what worked from that. But think about how far ahead Spider-Man had been in production and then came out.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's not even that. Look at Insomniac working with games like Ratchet and Clank. So they have already built. And Sunset Overdrive, they have already built a foundation on how to design a game like that. They just put Spider-Man in this world into that. So Insomniac had experience.
This is what I'm hoping happens. I'm hoping that they combine the best parts of Deus Ex and Tomb Raider, and they're making this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I really hope that's what I'm hoping happens.
That would be interesting to see.
If they're taking the best parts of those games and making this Avengers game, I'm so happy. But like, you know, don't try to take what you know and make it better and give us a Avengers style game, and it'll be so good. But I see what you're saying about, you know, making, like, they would have had to plan all this from the very start with all these companies saying, this is what we want to build. You guys pick which parts you want and build it. But I doubt that happened.
and the fact that I think this is from a new studio in Square Enix, right?
No,
it's a mix of these two studios.
I thought I think isn't it Crystal Dynamics in Eidos Montreal?
Crystal Dynamics in Eidos Montreal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Yep. So it's those two studios which they've made some really good games.
Yes.
So I'm hoping they take the best of what they've done and they're making a great game.
And that's kind of what I meant is like take, you know, like obviously within the borders of what they're good at doing, but like to just, you know, but I was more so meaning just like having it more be a game that's like more of a single player, you know, type, you know, because like, you know, like you guys were saying, it's like it just feels like too many people have done the open world, you know, the Destiny type stuff, and very few have gotten it right. So it's like just I think maybe we need to just take a break from. I mean,
there's very few too
game
that like
type.
Yeah, there's very few because it's such a hard undertaking to accomplish.
I mean, look, we're already, you know, kind of losing Anthem. You know, if all rumors are like, if all these rumors are pointing to be true, like we're losing Anthem. Like
with it not being at E3, I think Anthem's done.
The only game that really get it right at launch and to keep going seems to be the Division 2, because Destiny 1 didn't get it right. Destiny 2 better, but not exactly what.
Yeah, not until Forsaken.
Yeah, and like, you know what I mean, like Anthem and what are the other ones? Like, I think
we'll see how the new Ghost Recon does too.
Yeah, well,
Ghost Recon was one of the better ones, by the way. And not enough people play Wildlands. Wildlands was amazing.
Wildlands was questionable content. Fully on. Ooh, that game was. Ooh,
that game was so good.
That game was a washing machine game.
Right, before we get into this argument, we're just gonna move.
Play by yourself?
We're just gonna
with people. I have to know.
He played by himself. He played by himself.
So that's the mistake that you made.
Right. Yeah. One day I'm gonna come to St. Louis and we're gonna get some tacos or some burgers and we're gonna discuss this.
By yourself in St. Louis. I don't live there.
I thought you was in St. Louis.
Nope, that is false information. Nope. But no, seriously, I'm telling you, Wildlands with a group of your friends. I know. I'll let you know where I am. But no, Wildlands with your friends was a ridiculously cool experience. By yourself, though, what you said is exactly right. By yourself, that game is weird and almost impossible. It really is. It felt like Just Cause without the fun stuff.
We'll talk later.
All right, we're gonna cut some of our news short. We're only gonna talk about this last story here. Microsoft will have more first-party games than ever before at E3. 14 to be exact. A tweet from Phil Spencer says, "Just finishing our final E3 rehearsal here with the team in Redmond. Feel really good about the briefing. Lots to show. We have 14 Xbox Game Studios games in the show this year. More first-party games than we've ever had in the show. Fun times. Hashtag Xbox E3.
Me and Corey was running down through this.
Yeah, we were running through the list of games that we actually know of. We were running through this last night while we were, setting everything up. We've got Halo Infinite. We got Gears 5. And I'm thinking they're including Gears Pop, Gears Tactics, probably a Forza game, most likely. The Minecraft mobile game, I'm expecting. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And then, a rumored
Battletoads.
Battletoads was number 8. And then Fable, a rumored Fable game is, I mean, that's like the worst kept secret in anything right now. So that leaves us with probably 5 games that we don't know of yet.
The is the one company that they started. Yeah, Ninja Theory's thing. Ninja Theory, we don't know what they're doing. The Initiative, we don't know. Kaposha Games, who did a few Happy People, they may start something.
The thing is, the Initiative, though, it doesn't even have its full members yet. They're still hiring people, so they don't even have anything.
I think they have their game idea intact, so they might show like a trailer or something. They may have their game idea,
maybe
because in Exile and Obsidian, Obsidian is working on Outer Worlds.
Yeah, we won't see Obsidian's new game because Outer Worlds is their new game.
But they may have a project in mind. So
but I don't think they're not going to show it before their next game is out.
Not actual gameplay. I think it'll be a trailer.
I don't. No way. That team is really small. There's no way. There is no way before the Outer Worlds comes out they're going to show it.
You can still show a trailer before a game comes out.
I honestly, I think
you're setting yourself up to get heartbroken.
I honestly think that this is why I think that it's more likely that we're going to be getting like something from the companies that aren't owned by Microsoft that have made like Microsoft exclusive games in the past.
They said they 14 first party games and Exile.
Xbox Game Studios publish games. Doesn't mean that the studios have to be owned by Microsoft. It just means that Microsoft Game Studios is publishing the game.
But then they said only from their first third party. They didn't say nothing about this.
Nope. That's true. They said more. Well, they didn't. They just said 14 Xbox Game Studios games in the show, and then they said more first-party games than we've ever shown.
And the thing about this, they got 14 companies. Because when we were talking to Corey yesterday, I was looking it up, and they actually got 14 development studios.
They do
right now.
Well,
so that's like almost.
From what I heard, they're not going to be doing that world premiere bowl like they were doing, and then it's actually like not exclusive to Xbox. I hear that they're dropping that since they actually have exclusives to talk about this year.
Yeah.
So
I would expect. Two other games.
Ahead.
Two other games I was expecting to see would be Age of Empires Remastered and then Age of Empires 4, which they've announced but have not really talked about yet a lot. And like that, I don't know, because like it's weird because they announced Gears Tactics last year, and this is the Xbox conference, but so far Gears Tactics doesn't seem to be coming to Xbox.
Well, I think they've been quiet about it because they are going to like announce that it's coming to Xbox with the the introduction now that you can use keyboard and mouse on the Xbox. Like there's literally no reason for them to not be able to bring it to Xbox now.
Well,
because you could even, if you wanted to, make it where the only way you can play it is with keyboard and mouse.
Well,
and people would be fine with that, I think.
I think because they're also bringing the Game Pass to Windows 10.
Yeah.
So
and
they might be.
Yeah. They need a game. They need a game that's gonna draw people into that too. But I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like Xbox is they're going in the services route instead of a hard like a console under your TV route. Like they're gonna provide that for you. But if you have a PC, like they want you to play their games. That's why all Xbox Game Studios games are coming to Steam now.
I mean, they look. I'm pretty sure they looked at their competition and they were like, okay, what can we offer better than all of our competition? Services. We can offer some of the best services on the planet because we have one of the strongest infrastructures that there is, Microsoft and Windows and Azure. They can provide some of the best services, period. And they looked at that and they're like, this is our strength. And they're leaning into that. And I'm so glad that they are. That's the smartest thing they could have done. The smartest thing.
Absolutely.
I'm sure if they could have Game Pass on both Switch and PlayStation, they do it in a heartbeat. They do it in a heartbeat.
I still think once this cloud gaming stuff is up, I still think that possibly come to Switch at some point.
Because I made the prediction years ago that Microsoft was trying to move to a point where you can play their games on anything, so they don't have to rely on a box. They want you to be able to play literally their games on anything.
It's a smart business move on their part.
It's like
It's the smartest thing they could do.
It's like the successful Sega version almost, where like Sega failed, so they had to put their games on everything to survive. But this is this is like the opposite of that though, where they're like, hey, the Xbox brand is known, people like our games, but when they started this, they were like, maybe we don't have the strength of studios to be providing games regularly, so we're going to start putting it on everything. And now that they've acquired studios, they've got that PC present in Exile and Obsidian and some of these other things. Plus, if you want to play them on your Xbox under your TV, that's fine too. Like everybody's like, I see all this stuff online where people are like, oh well, now I don't need an Xbox because now all the games are coming to PC. Well, what about the people that don't have PC? Like, I don't have a PC right now. I'm using a Mac. Right. And, like, yeah, those games could come to Steam. Technically, I could play them on here or whatever. But, like, I like the convenience of sitting on my couch with a box under my TV and playing it. I have a 60-inch TV over there. You think I don't want to play games on that thing?
And that's not going away anytime soon. It's not.
Just because it's coming to PC, y'all still got to deal with Epic. Y'all got to deal with Stadium when that drops. I would rather just have something that's comfortably in my home. I could pop in or I could download and play it immediately. I don't want to be buying $500 chips to play each and every game and stuff.
That's the thing is if you're hardcore into graphics and stuff like that, that's what PCs are for. And I just don't care about that stuff enough. I just want to play a game and play it quick and not have to worry about what settings I got to put everything on. And
the majority of the public is like that.
Yeah.
Computers can be too much of a hassle sometimes. I just want to get the game started and play.
I will be watching the PC Gamers show. And Microsoft, before we get to the last session, can y'all bring Halo 1 and Halo 2, Halo 1 Wars 1 and 2 to Switch? I think it will.
You'll have to wait until you get the Game Pass on Switch.
Yeah.
And
Man.
you know what? I think that's going to happen. I still won't buy Game Pass, but I think that will benefit Nintendo and Microsoft. Like,
I don't know. I'm thinking what's going to happen is they're going to invite Nintendo out on stage at the Microsoft show, and some weird like that's going to happen.
No, there's gonna be like this.
I think it's
Remember, there's this
vice versa.
There's gonna be this weird Halo Switch mock-up where like they had like UNSC Joy-Cons, and it was like a physical copy of Halo 1 for Switch, like the anniversary edition for Switch, with a year of Game Pass. I was like, Well,
I mean, Microsoft is crazy enough to do it at this point.
I mean, it was clearly a fan mock-up. It's not like it was real. I want to make that very clear for people who are going to comment on this video or whatever. But like, it was still cool looking. So,
well, Corey, do we got some questions?
We do. I'm getting there, Ed. Ed's like, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore.
Ray talked about Wildlands and said it was good, and now I'm ready to go.
No, I gotta go to
work. Yeah. So, okay, let's get into these questions here. If you want to email us your questions, you can email us at contact@codenamenx.com or join us in the Twitch chat. You can definitely ask questions there, and we will try to get to them during the show. We have 2 email questions today. Our first one comes from our longtime follower, Deshaun Malone. He writes in and says, first off, I want to congratulate you guys on launching your new show and channel. I've been following you guys for a while, as you know, and I'm really hyped you guys are all working together. Now, my question. Are you guys surprised that Sony is releasing Death Stranding, Last of Us Part 2, and seemingly Ghost of Tsushima so soon? Will they inevitably get PS5 ports? I mean, we were talking about this a little bit earlier during our Death Stranding thing, where, like, I think they might get PS5 patches, but like,
yeah,
the way like the icons show up, especially on Xbox One, like you look at Xbox One, and I know these games aren't coming to Xbox One, but stick with me. The 360 and original Xbox games are clearly marked 360 and Xbox. But when you look at your Xbox One games, they are not marked Xbox One games at all. They're just the squared JPEG of whatever game you're playing, and I think the next Xbox and PlayStation 5 will follow that trend, because if you look at PS4, like, your games show up like that as well on PS4. They're just the JPEG. They don't say PlayStation 4 or whatever. I think that it's going to be like PC game, like how PC games have been for a while now. Is like, this is the icon of the game that you're going to play, and originally they might say, oh, it originally came out on this, whatever, and like the paragraph below, game description, whatever, but it'll just be like that. God of War will sit next to God of War 2 or whatever they decide to call it, and they'll just be like, okay, these are the games on your box now, right?
Yeah, I can see that. But I definitely think, oh, go ahead, Ed, my bad.
For me personally, I think it's going to depend on state of play. This sounds weird. And the only reason why is because state of play is now kind of their delivery of information, in a sense. So to see like them announce Ghost of Tsushima or The Last of Us 2 or even more of Death Stranding, I think if they say with this, when state of play, when it happens and stuff, I think when they start focusing more on those games, they'll give us more information. And like Corey said, I don't see those ports happening because it's always backwards compatible. So you don't need an actual physical port of that game. I think you could buy it on PlayStation 5 if you want it there instead of PlayStation 4. But I think depending on when those systems come out, if they have it where you just pop the game in, with, like if you have the disc, if you pop the game in and it downloads and you could just play it there, I think there's no need for no port.
They're going to come up with some weird term like enhanced, except it's not enhanced. That's what's going to be. It's going to be PlayStation 5, something crazy. Because that's what they still want you to buy those games on PS5. Guarantee it, because there'll be a PS5 version, but it won't be a port.
Well, do they have some kind of like trademarked like, you know, with the 4K and all that stuff, how there's like the UHD or whatever, those kind. Do they have? Does Sony have any kind of thing that's trademarked like that they could kind of just slap on their games as like?
4K they do, I believe, because anyone who's using a 4K disc, they have to get
like
that
their TVs. Well, like what? Like, is there a special type of like thing that they use, like wording they use for their TVs for like instead of UHD or something? Like, because I could see them doing something like that, like that they, kind of.
Yeah, that they don't trademark. But if you have 4K like player or something, anything that uses the disc, they have to go through Sony, because Microsoft even got to pay Sony for the Blu-ray disc.
It's true.
So
yeah.
And yet the PS4 didn't have a Blu-ray player for 4K in it. How about that?
I know, isn't that ridiculous?
It is absolutely ridiculous.
What?
To be fair, I found out that it's Philips. Philips is the one who makes the DVD player, the DVD drive for the Xbox One X, and it's Philips. At least that's what's listed as what you have to get if you want to get a replacement for it. Okay. It's Philips, which I hate Philips. That's a whole other. I've just had a lot of bad experiences with their products.
Philips is very questionable. I'll pay the money for Sony products.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I missed most of that because I had to pee, but
man bladder.
Oh man,
and dude. Like, as far as my answer for the question, like I was kind of surprised, but I still am not sure. Still not sure whether it's going to be coming out.
I mean,
I feel like Death Stranding will.
No,
I wasn't surprised because it's like, you know, they're like, hey, get this game out so you can start working on that next thing, I think is what it is at this point. Because they're like, hey, you've been hyping this up for a long time. Like, this has been one big hype show from the time you started talking about it. Let's get it out there, man.
Yeah.
And plus, we ain't gonna bankroll you forever. You better start making some of this money back we gave you. Is what Sony's saying.
And that's what Sony is betting on, that they will make that much money because they got the
So I wasn't surprised, but I'm happy to see that they actually decided to give it a release date. I'm kind of on that train now where I'm tired of seeing release dates. Just kind of show us the game, and when it's ready, announce that it's coming out, and then put it out there. I'm kind of on that train now, but I don't know. I hope that the whole PS4, PS5 thing is gentle and done well. Meaning that, you know, hey, it's
you want it to caress you
PS4,
when you plug it in.
I do. I want to be like, hey Ray, you bought Death Stranding for PS4. Hey, it's got an enhanced upgrade for PS5. Here you go.
I'll be playing Pokemon.
We're gonna tuck you in at night.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 comes with a blanket.
Yes.
I'll be playing Pokemon Sword and Shield in November. So
that's a lot of games I'm gonna be playing towards the end of this year. So I can't say I might have one that I'm just gonna play over everything else. There's a lot of games coming out the end of this year. So
I'll probably still be playing Dragon Quest S.
Oh my god! By the way, Deshaun, that's my boy. I appreciate you.
Yeah,
we have conversations.
I met Deshaun, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah, he lives like real close to me, I think, somewhere.
I was being real coy about it because I remember him asking directly. He's like, "Ray gonna be a part of this?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. Am I?" Well, this is confirming it. I'm here.
He's here. It's
me and Mr.
You know,
Malone have conversations. I love Deshaun.
Deshaun's not afraid to get real with you. Let's put it that way.
That's sometimes very needed, very necessary.
Very true. All right, our last question for the day, since we're running out of time here. Ashley Davidson wrote in and she says, which one game coming in the second half of 2019 are you most excited for? Pre-E3 announcements, of course. I mean, Fire Emblem for me, I'm like super excited for Fire Emblem.
Me and Corey have our game already pre-ordered. The deluxe version.
I know, dude. As soon as it went live on Amazon, I was like, "Oh my gosh! I don't care if I have to sell my left testicle for this. I'm getting it."
Dude, and then you messaged me, and then I end up buying it. I'm just like, what?
Oof.
For me, it's easy. Demon X Machina.
I know, like for me, I guess I don't know for sure when it's coming out, but like the game that I'm most excited for is the Dark Pictures Man of the Medan or whatever.
Oh, the
new game from the people who made Until Dawn.
Yeah.
So it's basically it's gonna be like Until Dawn, but they said they're gonna have like so many more options of how to change the storyline. They said that the game's gonna be shorter. It's gonna be because they plan on making, I think, 5 different games.
Because it's the anthology, right?
Yeah, they're planning on making like 5 or 6 games, and they plan on coming out with 2 per year or something like that.
Yeah, every 6 months.
And so
That's
like
intense,
it's
but awesome.
every game's gonna be, I think, 5 hours long. But they said the caveat is there's gonna be so many options, and I feel like I'm just saying right now, like that's the game that I'm probably gonna be playing a lot and be streaming a lot, and try to use that as a game like for streaming. I think that's gonna be a really good game for streamers, to play. Just because there's so many options, and like every playthrough is going to be completely different.
I'm assuming October probably they'll bring it out. It'd be a good time.
Probably that or November.
Yeah, because they haven't given a release date. I think for what they're going for, I think October would just be a good day.
Yeah,
I thought they said summer though, but
I think it's coming out.
I heard summer.
I think it's coming out in September, or like at the end of August or early September, because I know that's when Until Dawn came out. But like I think they want to have it out before Halloween, because like they'll have it out for a couple months, and then they can put it on sale during Halloween to drive more attention to it, and then streamers will be playing it for Halloween. Like I think people want to get, like, this just comes from like a marketing or strategy idea where like they want to have that game out, and the streamers who are going to stream it, they want to get kind of acclimated with the game and see what the different routes are and see what the different paths are. That way when they go to stream it around Halloween, like they're going to want to take different paths or have people's input on it, and they want to know, maybe they want to kind of know ahead of time what's coming, but it'll still be a surprise to their audience, that kind of thing. So
is it Xbox One and PS4?
Yeah.
Multi-platform? Okay.
Yeah, it's multi-platform, which I was super glad that they did, because I know that they could, like, even the Until Dawn games would have sold like so well if they would have did multi-platform. Like, I mean, I feel like they already did pretty good, but I think they really would have did really well if they would have been multi-platform.
I feel like Sony should have done a better job marketing Until Dawn, because like I feel like they had no faith in that game when they put it out, and then that just took off and people were so excited to play it after it came out.
It's still, in my opinion, the best game that PS4 has to offer, in my opinion. But that's because I like that style of game. Like that's my favorite. So,
what about you, Ray?
That's kind of hard. There's a lot of games that I plan on playing this year.
There's so many games to pick from.
And so I'm thinking, if I narrow it down to 3, it's Fire Emblem, Luigi's Mansion.
Narrowed it down to 1.
Nope, I'm narrowed down to 3, and then Star Wars.
Taking a page out of Ed's book.
Yeah,
I'm writing my own rules here.
Yeah, but if I had to pick one of those, and even though I know I'm getting all of them, Star Wars, I think.
Yeah,
Star Wars is the one that I think I'm gonna get. Fallen Order is the one that I'm like, I really want to play that game. I love Star Wars games, and that's what I want.
That's a date for
November something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just been so long since we've had a really, really good Star Wars game.
Yeah, no, thanks to
EA.
We're
so overdue. We're so overdue.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And Luigi's Mansion's a good one too. Oh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe we're getting a third Luigi's Mansion.
I would just said all of Nintendo stuff. Like,
that's I could have just listed all the games they have set to release. Yes.
Yeah. By the way, like
Astral Chain. Jeez.
Yeah, that game. Oh.
But y'all not gonna play Astral Chain. It's gonna be mostly me playing it.
Ed, hello. Have you met me? It's nice to finally meet you. Me, I am the RPG JRPG man.
Action style. This is not RPG.
Oh, that's an RPG. It's a JRPG. It's an action JRPG.
What? Astral Chain?
Yes.
What's JRPG about it?
Okay, you'll see. You'll see.
This is
You'll
Platinum
see.
we're talking about.
They
don't
an
believe
action-
it.
Action JRPG. Just
This
you
is-
wait.
Look, this is Platinum. They don't believe in JRPG.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
anyways,
I'm very confident in this, and you'll understand.
I'm very afraid of this fight that's going to break out right now. Oh
I
man.
was look, triangle, square, wait, circle.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well, that's all of our questions, and I know Ed has to go to work. Well, we did run a little long, but that's all right. It's gonna run long the next couple weeks probably because of E3 and everything too. So, yeah. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining us for the first live show of the NX show.
We did it.
You can find us here live on twitch.tv/the NX show or codenamenx.com/live every Saturday around 1. We'll start a little bit with some pre-show talking and then get the show rolling. And then, yeah, if there is time, maybe we'll just hang out and talk a little bit after the show. If you can't join us live, you can find us on Tuesdays at 7 a.m. on your podcast service of choice, youtube.com/NXProject or codenamenx.com. We're also on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and all your other favorite podcast apps. I don't know what else you listen on. If you have something you want to listen to us on and we're not on there, let us know at contact@codenamenx.com, where you can also send us questions. And you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the NX Show. You can like our Facebook page, the NX Project, and join our Facebook group. Ray, where can we find you?
You can find me as Ray Apollo. That's RayApollo. Everywhere on the internet that you want to look. I mean, but don't look everywhere, though. That might be embarrassing. I'm a full-time streamer on Twitch. If you love to play video games, you like to watch video games, come hang out with us. Ray Apollo on Twitch. Every day except Sunday. Looks forward to seeing you there.
Nice. Jesse, where can we find
It's
you?
the Lord's Day.
That's right. That's right.
It's not Chick-fil-A's day. Ray takes off Sunday, so you can go hang out at Chick-fil-A.
No, you can. I make my own chicken sandwiches. They taste better anyway.
Jesse, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at PhantomNXS, and also on Xbox the same, and Discord the same now. And yeah, and then on this show, obviously, you can find me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, join our Discord, by the way. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find.
Look, we just made the Discord last night. Okay, I just forgot. Ed, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at ThatRetroCode. You can check out my podcast, Optional Opinion, on SoundCloud and other podcast apps. I just did a 2-part episode about Iconic Level, the No Russian Mission, and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So go check that out with special guest Kyle Deuce.
Nice. You can find me on Twitter at CoreyNHD713. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at CoreyNHD. And you can also find me on Nerds Gone Rogue, which comes out every Monday. You can also find all of our content on codenamenx.com and on youtube.com/NX Project. You can find live stuff here on the NX Show on Saturdays, and I'm trying to figure out a way to stream so you can watch or I don't know. NX Show hosts.
I got you.
The NX Show hosts all of us as well. So if you're not sure where to follow any of us, you can go to twitch.tv/the NX Show, and you can follow the person that is hosting or that we're hosting, whatever. Anyways, I want to thank everybody so much for watching, and until next week, we love you.
Bye, everybody.
Woo! Woo! We did it. We did it.
going to be the leading one that people want to see.
No,
That
no,
holds-
no. That's
that
the
holds-
Avengers.
That
That's the
holds
Avengers.
more power over the Avengers. I
No,
think.
no. I mean, in your world, yes, Ed. But in the
I
real
mean-
world,
I
where
mean,
the rest
but-
of us live,
But think
it's
about
the
it. Just,
Avengers.
I think, because I think Ultimate Alliance 3 has
I think
snatched
everything's
a
ready.
whole bunch of people's interest over the Avengers game. Not saying that people don't want to see it. I think Ultimate Alliance 3
I'm
is
gonna
just
grab a
like,
beverage and be right back.
I want to put it out there now that I think that people aren't nearly as excited as Ultimate Alliance 3 as some might think.
well, I think because all the information is out, people are
Oh,
already
no,
planning on
it's been
getting-
too long. It's been too long since Ultimate Alliance 2. It's been too long.
I think because of the Game Awards, them showing it, people were just like excited to see it. I'm
Well,
just
I mean-
saying that right now.
And I
That
kind of feel like in this weird case, exclusivity to one console does not help it. It doesn't help.
I think it does due to the fact that everybody was expecting Square Enix to bring this new Avengers game to Switch also.
Doesn't matter. I feel like there's so many people who wanted to play this Ultimate Alliance 3 that typically would not have only had a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I could see that, but I think with just the story on how, and I think people can check it out on Game Informer on how this all came about and this being on Switch. I think because Microsoft and Sony were getting the Avengers game from Square, Marvel probably decided, hey, it's better. Let's put this game. It's not cheaply made, but I'm like, it's a smarter game, mobile style action. This will fit the Switch community more than
right.
I mean, I guess to a point, but I don't know. I feel like there's so many people who have been waiting for their game for years that were not hardcore gamers. They're what I call the FIFA Call of Duty gamers that would have also played this.
Oh yeah, I think it's just that I agree with you. I think everybody was just happy that it got announced.
I think so. It's
I
just
don't feel.
they were happy, but then they were like, "Oh, only on Switch."
What game are we talking about?
Ultimate Alliance
Ultimate
3. And I was telling them that I don't think people are as excited about that game as they would have been 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because I like those games, but also I agree with you. So
I don't know if I've ever played one, to be honest.
oh man, I played. You know what you should.
Why am I not
had
surprised?
to
You know what
I
you-
had to have though, because I swear.
You know what you should play? X-Men Legends on GameCube.
X-Men Legends is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
I think I played that on Xbox.
I love that game.
I'm just saying that with the Square Enix press conference, I think more people are waiting to see Final Fantasy VII.
For
Yeah.
now, I'm just play the X-Men game or whatever on Sega.
Yeah,
Wait, you mean that
Are you
game
talking
that
about the
never
one
got
that
past
you-
the first two
The
levels?
arcade one. The arcade.
Oh, the arcade one.
Oh,
Okay,
I thought you
that's
meant.
fine.
I thought you meant the one where you had to press the reset button to like continue
Hey.
the game.
I never knew that. By the way, I think you just told me something that I never knew.
What?
Oh wow!
There's an exit in the
Yeah,
game for Genesis that like there's literally this part where you're at a computer terminal and you literally have to hit the reset button to continue the game.
No, I literally did not know that,
Oh,
and I think like 10-year-old me is screaming right now.
That game was-
Screaming.
I think that game was kind of hard due to.
It was very difficult.
Yeah,
due to
the-
jank.
You're talking about the one that had that was more of a platformer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sega Gen- yeah.
Whenever
Beat
you'd
up
fall
slash
off the
platformer.
map, what's her name would like lift you
Jean
back
Grey
up.
Jean Grey would save you?
Dream
Yes.
Grey, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I
I'm
have
mad
that
now.
one somewhere.
I really don't want to brag, guys, but our stream looks really good right now.
As it should.
I just want to throw it out there that our stream is like, oh, it looks so good.
We are beautiful people, and
Who's-
this works out well.
Man, that guy I paid to make all these graphics is, man.
Oh, I mean, if you're paying people for stuff, I mean, you might want to give him a raise.
I
That's all
know.
I'm saying.
A raise from $0 to $0
I
until,
was thinking at least like $1. Jeez, wow.
$3.99.
well, I just gave my wife $130 for musical tickets, so and
Oh, I
dinner.
mean-
So
My wife is buying a treadmill right now, so yeah, there that goes. Yep.
I also need like a better background. Like all my nerd stuff is this way. except for my.
So what you do
Sounds
is
like you
take
need
a
to do some
picture.
redecorating. Yep.
Take a picture of
Well-
it and then throw a green screen behind you and then throw it up in the green screen.
that would actually be a pretty good idea.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
Oh, man. All right. Well, everybody who's listened to our pre-show shenanigans, welcome. I should probably tweet this out too, huh? So, man, we got quite the show. We have quite the show.
Yes, we do.
So,
Probably pull up.
yeah, I should probably pull out the chat. I should probably do
The
that
notes.
too. Man, I'm terrible at this. Good
Oh,
thing
you're not
good,
that bad.
Good thing we have a professional streamer on the show today, because clearly not one.
The joke's on you.
Oh.
Hey, I saw your Fortnite streams last night.
Oh no, you didn't. Please tell
I
me.
watched some of it. Yeah, Ed and I were setting up to make sure everything was working last night, and like the NX show hosts all of us. And so, like, when I was on there setting up, like, link buttons and everything, which, by the way, the link button on the Twitch channel does not work right now because I figured out how to change YouTube URLs. So, bam, suck on that. It's actually the old Nintendo Pal Block YouTube channel. So,
Wow.
yeah. Good thing I
know,
just took a
last night-
shower because I just sweated on my balls. Sorry.
Oh my.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. My Skype just crashed.
Yeah, and you also sound like a robot.
You sound like the creepiest Decepticon I've ever heard. Oh my god.
Still, I do.
Yep.
Crap.
Please say that we have to find Optimus Prime. Say it for me once.
We have to find Optimus Prime.
Say, roll out.
Roll out. Roll out. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh my god.
Alright, so it still sounds like shit. Let me Yeah, I think it was updating or something, and then it must have not liked that I was still running it after updating. So, yeah, I'll reset.
I wish you could sing Computer Love right now.
By the
All
way,
right,
it
start
is
stream.
extremely difficult to stream from a Mac. I just want to throw that out.
Yes, they make it almost impossible.
Yes, but we did it. Look
yeah,
how
you
good
did.
we did.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I'm
Ed,
so proud of you.
Ed and I stayed up for like 3 hours last night doing it.
I'm so proud of y'all.
Just so you know, to get basic desktop audio onto the stream, you have to create a multi-channel MIDI tool and download like a separate program so it'll just work.
It's insane.
It's fine.
Why?
You know what? I got Elgato Game Capture though. That works perfect for
As it should.
and for party chat. I think it's down here with all these extra wires. I got this party chat cord somewhere. I think it's this one. Ugh,
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
yeah, it hooks into the bottom of your microphone, and you plug one end into the Elgato Game Capture card, and the other end into your controller, and then it just poops out audio from your headset.
Just
Wow.
the little poop of audio just rolls out. There you go, audio.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. You know what it doesn't? You know what it doesn't work on? Switch.
What?
But that's Nintendo's problem.
Yikes.
So, anybody want to party chat on Switch tonight? I'll be on Xbox Live.
Wait a minute.
What?
You just throwing out the controller?
I will be playing a lot of games tonight. So if y'all want to actually get down and play something together, you know, like
no, we
friends,
are. We are. We're going to.
I want to play.
We're going to. We don't know
What
what
are we
yet.
playing?
We don't know what yet, but we're going to.
Well, as soon as you know, I need you to tell me.
It's probably going to be. Well, let's see. It's either probably going to be something cooperative or battle royale
Okay,
on Xbox.
I'm down. I'm down.
I would
I
be
know.
out.
I almost jumped onto Fortnite with you last night, but then I was like, I got to get
I
this
would
done.
have done that. So I mean, you let me know. I'm really bad at Fortnite.
Well, you see-
I
you
mean,
see how
sorry,
much-
I'm the best at Fortnite.
You are the Black Ninja.
I'm the actual worst at Fortnite.
No, we're calling you Black Ninja.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Yes. Yeah, that's your nickname.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, why can't you? I'd rather be like the Master of Disaster or something stupid like that.
That's why I call you
All
Mr.
right.
Rainbow.
Oh no! Now Jesse's in Ray's spot and Ray's in Jesse's spot.
Get out of my spot, Jesse!
It's mine now.
Jesse has
I just threw it on the Xbox just because I don't want to mess around because I reset the PC. So luckily the Xbox
Jesse.
app is better anyway. So.
Also, by the way, on codenamenx.com/live, you can watch us all of our live streams from there as well, and follow and subscribe and do all that stuff from there too.
Yeah, you should.
So, including Ray, by the way. So,
Hey, it's me.
Yes.
Jesse, what we got? Jesse, at some point today, we have to figure out what we're streaming tonight with Ray. So,
Tell me. Just tell me what you
Okay.
want to play. I'll be there.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
I don't know.
I'm
I
Ray
said
now.
it first.
So,
you know.
y'all
All right.
plan is Sea of Thieves.
Oh
Do you
God, Sea of
have-
Thieves.
Do you,
Uh,
Ray, do you
I would-
have Call of Duty Blackout?
No, but I can get it.
But I can
Apex
get it.
Legends.
I do also have Apex. I have Apex Legends.
Pretty much
PS4?
anything that's free or on Game Pass, you should probably have.
Which I just
anything-
downloaded
anything
a
that's
bunch
on-
of
yeah.
things.
Anything on Game Pass I can have because I have Game Pass and I love it. But
I downloaded
I
and
don't
played.
have Game Pass because I pretty much buy all of my games.
All right.
I noticed. Yeah.
All right, we're going to end this pre-show here. We're going to get ready into this real show, so everybody continue
Hold on
watching.
to
You're about to
your butt.
hear this awesome theme song written and produced by...
Me, Jesse. Hey.
All right, here we go. Here's the theme song for the debut of The NX Show live on twitch.tv/The NX Show and codenamenx.com/live.